Hey, good evening. Welcome to the White Filth Vault. We are going to do another record update since there are no conversations this week. I'm working on a few things, talking to some people, but we'll get there when we get there. This is going to be, like I said, an update with about 8 records, some zines, some tips of the week thrown in because I've been forgetting the tips of the week. But yeah, we'll get there when we'll get there. What we're listening to is Aborto Patient with Into the Crypt of Gore, in the Crypt of Gore, not into, on Nuclear War Now. A nice pink lettering. I'll get it out of the case because it's not focusing. This is the new demo or EP that came on the heels of, well, heels, the last one was, I think, about definitely before lockdown stuff. It is on tape for now. It will be coming out on LP, I'm not sure, CD. The tape, of course, is a nice shade of pink. I think I know who's behind this. It doesn't matter, it's just crypt-like gore, rough blades, death metal. But yeah, if you're into that shit, definitely hit that up. It is the only death metal record I bought. It has 4 tracks on here. Humidity in the Crypt, Lethargic Decomposition, The Rotting Balm, Catherine of Siena. That should be a cool broad. I don't know who it is. Was written and recorded in February 2021, so it's, you know, over a year old. Now that we're talking tapes, let's do a thank you. Vanta Black. I'm not sure he wants his name out there. It's a beautiful name. He is from Spain, and Vanta Black 2, I think, is his moniker on Instagram. Out of the kindness of his heart, sent me these 2 tapes. There we go. The Go to War X promo, yeah, mixtapes that are, you know, kind of hard to find. Danny just chose them in. For some reason, he forgot me. Thanks, Danny. This is March, and then this is not a month. This is just a sampler, not for sale, promotion only. And this is the names. Yeah, the guy behind Tomhead and Wagner Udegaard, but I'm blanking on his label or his stuff. But yeah, this is a compilation tape from his material. Danny and Go to War X did a stint of his releases, or a bunch of his releases. Very cool looking. The bands on here are, of course, Wagner Udegaard, Tomhead, which he did the triple LP for, actually 4 LP. Mauvais Mauve, Easy, which I don't know, Wagner Udegaard again, and then Latun. So yeah, a bunch of stuff compiled onto one tape. And then the other one was an even, well, this Take J card. So this is the first one, Wagner. I can't believe I'm blanking on the label. Brugmansia, there we go. For completion, then Go to War X. There we go, this is the mixtape for March or Mars 2022. I think this is a Einur Iblis layout. Why don't you focus? No, I'll get it out. This is more of a label compilation tape in the sense that the Brugmansia was only his bands. This is a bunch of bands on here that Danny released. The problem is, and I practiced it, but it was last week. We skipped last week due to us going to rearrange some shit that didn't happen. But yeah, I practiced it. It was, it's all in French, but it was last week. So, Temple de Forêt, Forest Temple, Droit Noir. I'm blanking already on that. Destructeur 6, so Destroyer 666, Le Mal. Not even sure what that is. Ifrenach doesn't translate. Legion doesn't translate. Obisques doesn't translate, but is a very good band. What else is on here? VLS. Le Maître du Vent. I'm not sure. There's a bunch of bands on here, but yeah, it was sent to me because I was into the Polish stuff by the guy. I don't know how we got to talking, but we did, and all I had to pay was shipping. The cool thing about these, and I don't think it's meant in this way, but they line up kind of like this when you see the covers. Focus, goddammit. We have focus problems today. But yeah, those tapes were a gift, so thank you very much, Mr. Vanta, Mr. SPM. Thanks, man. I don't know if you see this, but you know, whatever. Last tape I wanted to show because it kicks off the record order. Why is this not focusing? God damn it. There you go. Die Borgir with In Efficiëntens Murke. Yes, let's keep it at that. This is a tape done, a Japanese fan club tape, I think. Nothing special about the tape, just a black plastic case. What this has is the For Altijd record I showed, I think 2 updates ago maybe, had the rehearsal September 94. This has the EP, which has the tracks from For Altijd, and the title tracks Mark Part 1 and 2, and then the Rabjorn Spijter Droogheimes Skeude, something like that. But this has the B-side as a rehearsal February 94. So yeah, nice thick J-card with the classic pictures on lineup. Just a little bonus tape that I saw pop up, and I was, you know, I was into the rehearsal material, into the rehearsal material from Dimu, so I had to grab this one for the price they were asking for it. And yeah, there you go. Probably a bootleg, fan club, you know. Cheers, Fanta. We are drinking a Guldenberg from the Ranke. I have to hide behind. Damn, man, why doesn't this focus? I don't know. That's going to be a problem. Then, the tape, the Dimmu Borgir tape, came from Signal Rex, the Portuguese label par excellence. This one also came from Signal Rex. I was looking for this one because I missed it last year, and it's nothing really special, but I was looking into Final Agony and the records they released after my scope or my focus was off the label. And this was one that popped up. It's a one-man raw, let's say raw black metal project from Portugal called Grave God, which is kind of a stupid name, but we'll run with it. It's called Abandoned Graves Under a Cloudy Sky. It was limited to 166 copies, if I'm not mistaken, which is a very small run for a record on, on Final Agony, but I don't know. I'm not sure what the limitations were for the rest, but as you can see, there it is under the banner of Final Agony. It has a Portuguese feel to it, not like the Vitala, not like all that stuff, but the label talked about bands like I've written it down, Armnat or Graves. I've seen Armnat. I think they have this very basic layout in their records, but I haven't checked them out. This one should line up with those projects if you know them, but I don't know. The other bands mentioned, because it has this ode to classical material or classic material, just like the Under a Funeral Moon, A Blaze in the Northern Sky is mentioned in the text. What else mentioned? Archgoat from Finland, Beherit from Finland. So it's Portuguese mixed with a lot of Finnish goodness. There you go. It is not quite Beherit, it is not quite Archgoat, but you know where they're going with those comparisons. Nocturnal Apparition is the guy. Recorded, mixed and mastered during 2019, summoned to behold the baptism of eternal ancestry. So it's a very enjoyable record, and once again proves that the almost the entire roster of Final Agony is worth checking out and delving into. There you go. Nice center label. So Americans releasing Portuguese records, but yeah, I dig it. It's a nice record. It flies by. I think it's around the half-hour mark. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, 30-40 minutes. But yeah, good one. It is still floating around if you want to check it out. There is a full stream on YouTube. Not sure if it's on the Bandcamps and such, but yeah, let's let it turn itself around. There was some promo in here. First one is Memories for the Full Moon Forest of Melancholy in Memoriam Vrolok, which The guy died last year, I think. I'm sure. 91 to 2021, which is way too early. Vampirska, Vampiric Rite, Surfall, Christian Dungeon Steel. So yeah, it is a limited jewel case CD, a compilation that commemorates the guy. There's one that I can't read the logo for shit, and it's not focusing for shit. And then Sylvan Throne, which is they are doing the double CD. That is the promo. I'll throw that there. Yeah, that's the first part. We'll delve into the second part in a minute. Hey, what's up? Welcome to part 2. I want to do a tip of the week since I promised it in the first part. I have been forgetting this for a while since one of these guys is sending his tape to me. It's en route to Ritual Abuse in the States and then is coming to me later in this month or next month. And it's the new Nistang drop they did, I think 2 weeks ago now. It had 3 tapes in there. It's the Bursting Trident, the Stench of the Horns, which I haven't heard, and then the Altered Heresy Dakanavar split, I think, which I should get my hands on. I think it landed on the European shores, but I haven't gotten to it. I have been buying less and less, so I'm not sure how these updates will, roll out, but we'll see. But most of all, the Serpent Dweller Demo 2, which is, available right now, and that's the guy that contacted me, Chris. Thank you very much for the support, for the contact, and for the tape that is coming in. I will show it when it gets here, but yeah, Nistang, it will pop up later in this video, but they keep churning out some excellent material, and it's worth mentioning. The second tip is combined with a mini zine that I got sent. I still don't know how he does it. This is straight from the Fortress of the Specter. This is from the Shadow Kingdom. Do they call it Shadow Kingdom? No, the Zwartkunstsmederij. I'm sorry, Shadow Kingdom is some years ago. This is the envelope. Still no stamp. He does this magical cipher. There you go. And then, a zine pops up. Now, why am I talking about this already? Because this is the zine. There you go. They removed everything everything they had online and went offline. They retrieved into the Shadow Kingdom, if you will. And yeah, they are contacting through the zine, through just mailing lists, stuff like that. This is the second edition of the Neerlandia Underground Forge, the Zwartkunstsmederij newsletter, and this is June 2022. I think the first one, I have it there, it is from January. The back, it is a very small, very thin zine, but is done to perfection. In the Shadow of Black Noise. It has mention of the new Fair Knoken and Blood 7-inch. This is the flyer, I guess, for that. 2 tracks of cold black metal, a continuation where the previous demo, Dodemanswoud, yes, left off. Enter the Forest of Necromancy. Limited edition on 7-inch vinyl, contains insert and poster. Shirts also available. Released through Zwartkunstsmederij. Now, if you're interested in that, and the tapes are still available, it is brandendevete@gmail.com. I'll, when I think of it, I'll put it in the bookmarks. Yeah, it has, there we go. It has some promo for that new 7-inch and t-shirt, Knoken and Bloed, which means bones and blood, I guess. Then it has upcoming Abominations, the Fur LP, and then the Enschreinung, which is a new Dutch band that has a interview in here on New Era. And they have a split EP on Katuil Productions, which is the label that Erscheinung is, or the label behind the guy from Erscheinung. Brandendevete, there you go, brandendevete@gmail.com. Ask for a small distro list. So yeah, it's done. It's all Dutch. This time it has the interview. There you go, some more artwork, and then the back. So it's basically just a short interview of the Enschreinung. Enschreinung or Enschreinung? Erscheinung, sorry. Don't know what that means, that's German. So yeah, Specter, thank you for this. I mean, I live for this shit. It's the second newsletter, and I would hate to miss out. But yeah, very cool to have stuff like this. Thank you. And then one last thank you, and we're into the records. So part 3 will be the records. I guess part 4 will also be the records, since that is the case. This is a big package that comes from Thailand. It's been some time since I had post out of Bangkok, but it made it here unscathed. Yeah, my address is out there, so I don't care. It is from Worship of Eradication, Fanzine and Productions. And we'll have to do our best because this is going up on his site too. He sent me his entire backlog of zines just for a promo, so if I can help out, why not? His Instagram is wofanzine.com and the https wofanzine666.bigcartel.com, but I will link it up nicely. I had it in this envelope because it is handy to keep them all together, but there we go. Here is the sticker, Woe Fanzine. Infernal hails to all supporters. Why is it not focusing? There you go, that's better. So 2 stickers, where will I put them? I'll put them in the zine later. And then here we go. These are the 3 first fanzines, issue 1, 2, and 3. I'll show the covers first. That's 1. Number 2, which is a bit darker. And then here's number 3. I should avert my eyes so it focuses. Let's delve in. The first one, I'll read the band's interview with Kapala. I don't know all these bands because, let's face it, that's crazy. The rock cover, also very cool. Kapala, I don't know. Blasphemagota Christ, I've heard of that. Nocturnal Prayer, Hail Conjurer, Goat Blood, Dead Worship, Goat Holocaust from Belgium, Vaal from Netherlands, Necrogosto from Brazil, Baxaxa from Germany, and Pros Sanctus Inferi from US. These are zines that have very little fat. There is not much, not much review stuff. There's not much opinions, if you will. It's just some commercials here and there, like this Tour de Garde one, a thanks list, and then they just go into interviews, which are, I've read a few, mainly because, mainly the bands that I knew. Interview with Murder of Nocturnal Prayer. There you go, that logo I know, but I don't know the band too much. What have I read? Hail Conjurer, I've read. The Vaal, of course. The Dead Worship, because I like that band. It's one of the Canadian bands. Dead Lord of Abomination and Ward Apocalypse of Dead Worship. EP Extermination Mass. So this is a bit older, the first one. They also do releases. They have a few CD things out. But yeah, very cool looking zine. The layout is basically always the same border, but it works. So yeah, why change it up? It is very basic in what it does, but it looks amazing. And the interviews are actually good. It's not always that, you know, a guy with... I'm not saying he doesn't understand the English language, but I have read some zines from that part of the world that weren't really digging in or asking the right questions, in my opinion, but this one does. So yeah, here is the contact info. There, I hope that shows up. I'll switch the tape over. What are we gonna put up? I'll put in, love this one. Let's do the Demo Borger. It is Graspop, so let's do some symphonic black metal. There you go. We'll see where we get. So yeah, this is number 1. Let's show the tape. There. Then it's in his promo too. This is the second one, Worship of Eradication Fanzine, once again. The Abduction from UK, Aske from Finland, Brahmastrika from India, Dead Invoker, Gorgon from France, which I was very psyched for to read. Changlot, Hitam Art, I don't know, a lot of Indonesian bands. Nunslaughter, Profanation Sepulchral, I think, from Chile, Profane Order, Thermonuclear Devastation, and Tyrannic. So I don't know too many bands in here, but you know, that's a good thing, I guess. Now that being said, I thought I didn't know too much, and then when you see the logo, you're, oh yeah, this is a CD they released. The Necromancy, Damnation, Revenge. Dead Invoker. Oh no, it's a different one. I thought that was something they released, but it was a different one. Then the article from Gorgon. Turn it down a bit. This is the Gorgon logo to shoot at, but you know, more of a death metal logo. But I love this picture. Really nice, they included that one. And it's quite an extensive, it has like 8 pages on the band that produced The Lady Rides a Black Horse in the mid-90s. So yeah, you get the picture. There's a lot of war metal in here. I think that is the overtone. I am looking for something they released. Tyrannic should be on the last pages. Yes, here it is. The Four-Way Split, the Satanic Alliance of Possessed Sepulchral Necro-Goats. What's on here? Thrashing Metal Horde, Bestial Possession, Goat Slaughter, a lot of goat slaughter, Profanation, Sepulchral, and Necrohammer from Mexico. There we go. Yes, it focuses. And then the third one, and we're through. Exclusive interview with War Metal Holocausto, Power from Hell, Grave Miasma, Bestial Possession, Butakal, Goat Slaught, Goat Smegma, Malakim, Necrohammer, and the Black Spade, and Salal from Canada. There you go. So, like I said, a lot of war metal in these things. Bestial Possession. I'll show some cool looking pages. War metal, war metal, war metal. I have to say I don't know too much war metal. Yeah, they always look amazing in their live gear or in their picture gear, but you get the picture. Grave Miasma, some death metal in there, some necrotic death metal, but yeah, you get the picture. Necrohammer, also a very cool picture. Looking like Sarcophago. Power from Hell. Is there one last thing? The Tsalal, which is it Tsalal? Yes, one of the weirdest logos ever. But yeah, once more, there it is. Everything you need to know to contact him. He is on Instagram, and he has a good presence there. He talks to you when you call him or when you call upon him. So I don't know his name. I don't think that matters. He just is whoa. There you go. Triple Threat, cool fanzine. Definitely if you're into war metal, and that Holocausto interview I'm reading next. So, Mr. Woe, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this, review. It's not a review, but it's hard to review a zine. You know what I mean? The promo. Thank you for sending them my way. There they go. That was it. That was all the promo material. There's a bit more here and there, but we'll get into records because, let's face it, that is why we are here. Last week I kind of went into party mode. I kind of went all over the place. This is a bit reined in, but we'll see. We have 2 more parts to go, so let's not bury the leads, or I don't know. Part 3 coming up. Hey, part 3, we are into the records proper. There is some promo because where I ordered there was promo thrown in, but yeah, let's dive in. Last week was the heavy section, a lot of VLS, a lot of Legion, a lot of Polish stuff. I was going to speak about the Thunderbolt, but that will be in the next update since I blanked on it. It was, on the record player, and I forgot to prepare it. But I have 2 to round off the VLS discography. This one, the first, this is VLS with The Black Ravens Flew Again from 2004. This one is their, let's see, second full length, I guess. Night on the Bare Mountain first, Hateful Black second, and then this should be the first one, the third one, I'm sorry. This came out on Hellfire Records, but it came out first through... I haven't written it down, I'm not sure. But yeah, Hellfire. It is, I think it's one of the guys behind this project. Blasphemous maybe, or Conquer, one of the two is behind Hellfire. Hellfire Records at gmail.com. Very classic looking, misty looking raven on the cover, and then on the back symbol white birds or white raven flying away with the two guys. And believe me, this focuses, but the picture is out of focus. A bit of a comeback record since the last one. I have to lie, I think maybe Black Hateful Metal is 97 maybe? Should have known this. Yes, recorded during 97, so I'm not sure when it first came out, but when 97 is in my head, so let's go to 2004. So it's been a period between. Now, when I listened to it, and I listened to this a bunch in the last 2 weeks, I decided to grab it because if you start reading reviews, there are a lot of people who say it's their comeback album. It is definitely not what it was. It is the, you know, the softer version or whatever you want. But I think it's the culmination of the entire sound they were looking for, maybe. It is not as harsh as some stuff on Black Hateful Metal. It is not as adventurous as some stuff on Night of the Bare Mountain, but it is all those sounds, and definitely some Triumph of Pagan Belief. So the demo material, together with the two full lengths, kind of formed this, but in a much... You see how glossy the sleeve is? That is kind of how glossy the music is. The rough is a bit gone, but it is... Yeah, it has so much more than just a rough, hateful sound. So is it a bit easier on the ears? Maybe, but I still think it's a very good record. Intro, Loyalty for Country, Chopped by Swords, Glory for Heroes, Circle of Wolves, Time of Revenge, The Song of Zarathustra, and outro. I think The Song of Zarathustra is the weird track on here, together with the outro. I'm blanking a bit, but yeah. Very good looking record. I got this through because it is still available here and there, but it is, you know, dwindling since 2004. Has been some time ago. Now, I'm not sure if the repress is from 2004. I think this is later that this came out, but I'm not sure. Did I look it up? No. This is, like I said, Conqueror and Blasphemous, guitars and vocals respectively, but they had help, of course. It is not just a two-man band. The Rydell and Asper Blast, drums and bass, and then of course Darken on keyboards. What did you expect? But yeah, very good record in my opinion. I don't think it is loved like all of the other classic material, but yeah, for me it works, and I dig it. It is just another standout in their discography. I'm not sure they're ever going to do anything again. I'm not sure they can top this or whatever. We'll see. Then the last thing I have to say about this band, and I didn't show the tape, or the tape popped up maybe in a when we were listening to it, but this is the Velas Legion Blood on My Knife split from also 2004, but it's kind of hazy when it came out, because it came out in a lot of renditions. It came out on CD, it was released on LP, then tapes. The last, and this was the one I showed, was the release on New Era Productions. A tape release of the 94 cult split of these Slavonic hordes for the eternal glory of the Temple of Full Moon. Deluxe limited edition with silver foil printed slipcase. That is the tape version. This is the the more rounded, or the more full vinyl version of this one. I just love it so much. The entire discography, the Legion, the Velas. I talked about it to death in the last video. This is both of their demo material, which is basically also on these records, but you know, if you don't know why I needed this, you are not a fan of this channel or just dropping in. VLS has the Triumph of Pagan Beliefs, that there. Demo 194, Winds of the Vampire, Majesty of War, Depart, Forgotten Time, Honored Custom, Black Flames, Spread, Warfare, Battled-in, and Epos. And then Legion Demo 1 has the War Against Christianity, The Forest of Werewolves, and Blood on My Knife, and Warriors of Full Moon, so 4 tracks, which are basically, like I said, smack on all those records. But yeah, Darker Than Black and Black Metal Mail Order, remastered by Draken at the Isengard Soundforge in 2016. So yeah, there you go. How can this be released in 2004 when it's remastered in 2016? I don't know, my info is wrong, but blame the internet like for so much. This is the gatefold. There you go. Classic pictures. Blasphemous, Leynat from Legion, Darken. Then the other name's Blasphemous, and I don't know what's in the middle. Yeah, blanket. Temple of Full Moon. Nice wolf howling. There we go. There were 2 vinyl versions of this one. They are both still available. Where did I get this? I'm not sure. Just Google it if you're into this material or if you want it. It's a black and a red version, I think. But the red version was more expensive, and I have everything on black by these bands, so I went for it. Yeah. That is not turning around. There's a lot of dead space on the tape. I'll do it myself. This is the rehearsal. So yeah, this is the last thing I'll probably show, because yeah, they don't have too much material out between the both of them. Legion has 1 demo, which I showed, and then yeah, Fearless. The last thing, and that will usher in the second part, or the, you know, the next chapter, is the VLS patch. Focus, you bitch. Yeah, it won't focus, but you get the gist. A very good quality patch that I got. There you go. Managed to get it in. That I got from Christ Killer. That also had this, a Catharsis for Human Illness of Vlad Tepes shirt. This is from Christ Killer, which I discovered late last week or earlier this week. A distro that is located in Belgium. A very small distro. Yeah, from a guy, I think, stationed in Namur, I think. I don't know how I got onto him. There was one guy on Instagram that I'm completely blanking on his name, but very friendly guy that I talked to a bit. And then I was asking, where did you get those records? And then I got onto Christ Killer. I'll link everything, because it's a, yeah, it's a good distro. Iron Bonet, Asgard stuff in that region. But he is growing, I think. Adams is telling me what to do about the focusing, but there's nothing we can do. Yeah, he was, where were we? Christ Killer distribution. So yeah, he had some stuff, and I dipped in a bit because I wanted to see if, you know, not going to do a big order if I don't know your distro very well, but very friendly, very, you know, helpful, shipped on time, even though he had exams, and like I said, shirts, patch, and a record for, I mean, dirt cheap, I guess. There is some stuff in here. What is this? Promo for some stuff I don't want to show. But then there's this, the Filosofische Grondslag, what is it? Volksraad, which piqued my interest before. 2 EPs. Filosofische Grondslag Demo 1 en dan de kampioen van de tot slaaf gemaakte nazi's. I think it's a Belgian band, but I'm not sure. Records are out and the tapes are out too, but like I said, I'm blanking. Where were we? The Christ Killer distribution. Do I have something else I need to talk about? No. The record I got from him is this one. And it is, I think some time ago I said I don't have too much drowning the light material, but trying to reorganize this stuff, I think I have quite a bit of drowning the light material. I think it's there, so about 10, 12. This one is it's kind of a weird record in his, you know, entire discography, or his, in his discography. First and foremost, since it's in color, it's not a cover with him on the corner and on the cover in black and white. It is, you know, a beautiful painting of a submerged creature, and it's called Cursed Below the Waves. It is different in the sense that if you are looking at his entire discography, of course there will be differences in there, but this is a very well-rounded, full-length, very well played, very proficiently played. It's him and I think some session drums by Basilisk, which is a great name. This is more his cover style, if you catch my drift. This is the re-release of this album on Iron Bonet Records, and I'm not sure when it originally came out. I think about 2 or 3 years ago maybe. Asgore, voices of the depths, guitar, bass and synth, so basically a one-man project during the winter and spring in 2018. Amazing cover art was created by Dariusz Zawadzki, with a huge thanks to Morpheus Fine Arts. But yeah, love the cover. The colors are amazing. Back cover. There you go. When I first heard it, I thought this is not for me, and I can't explain it, but I heard it very different than when I heard it again, which is maybe weird, but I'm not sure in what state I was when I first heard it, but the vocals were all weirded out, and maybe I heard a different take or something, but when I listened to this, it was a very well-rounded. His vocals kind of go all over the place, but they stay within the pocket of what Drowning the Light does. So yeah, I don't know how I heard it. Very fitting subwater or underwater submerged vinyl color for this one, with some sharks on the center labels and an octopus, so it's aquatic themed. There's this one, and then there's the yellow Egyptian themed color records that I can think of. I'm not sure if there are others, but yeah, this was one that sold out, which kind of surprised me a bit fast on Iron Bonet, but there was no black version, so there was only this pinwheel blue, sea blue, I don't know. But yeah, another Drowning the Lights. I have to listen to it a bit more. Like I said, it was not a panic buy, but I saw it on the Christ Killer distro and decided to, now is the time, because if it's gone there, it's maybe gone forever. Yes, patch, shirts, vinyl, and then he added something to apologize for sending it 1 day later. But I told him, don't, I mean, take your time, like I do with everyone. But this is Visions of the Twilight from Plague. He threw in this EP. Now, normally when a label offers an EP, it is of something of their dead stock, something that basically nobody wants. And I thought this was the case too. He said, I will mail you an EP. I thought, like, thank you, but I have so much, you know. Most of the time, I shouldn't say most of the time it goes into the for sale bin. I listen to everything, but most of the time it's not really a very good one. This, however, is something special in my opinion, because, yeah, I'm thankful he has sent it to me. I didn't know it, but this is a Belgian black metal band from the Verviers scene. It's limited to 500. This is number 94 on Duke, a French label. There you go. And if you know the Verviers scene, you should know these guys. I've talked about them more than enough. Upon first listening, it's very Scandinavian influenced black metal, recorded in 2002, 2003. Dark Throne came to mind a bit, but it's more open sound, more, dare I say, hateful sound than Dark Throne, in the sense that it is not as low rumbling. It is more, not shrieky, but it is higher in tone. But yeah, and there you go. 7-inch with a logo on the center label. Does that focus? There you go. It has 4 tracks on here, which is not bad for a 7-inch. Nihilistic Winds, Holocaust from Above, Human Devastation and Visions of the Twilights. Norna Guest, vocals and Triatis, I'm not sure what that is. Nihil, Skin Pounding, and then Ghoul, Hell, Axis. Listen to the, I'll give you a tip on where to look for who is behind this one. The contact is nachtvind@hotmail.com. I'm not sure that is still up, but now you know. If you know. Yeah, Christ Killer. I don't know your name, but I will be back. Please keep me in the loop. And there's one more thing, one more special thing about this distro that I won't give away. You'll have to order for yourself to find out, but yeah. Before we dive into the very last part of this, like I said, I got the VLS Black Ravens from, where did I get it? Inferna Profundus Records, and they gave me a free sampler CD like New Era did. This is from their bands, Celebrating Dead, yes. XV, so it's 15 years anniversary from Inferna Profundus Records. This is the lineup. Now it focuses, look at that. I'll show it. I show a CD and it focuses. Vampiric Rites, Nocturnal Prayer, Commander Agares, I think. Arcana, I don't know all of them. Griftigan, Nan Sarunai, Vampirska, then Martwi, Vanagander, Old Castles, Mantil, Glemt, I don't know what that is, Pure or Jur, Grando, Attic Presence, and Fonsadera. I don't know all these bands. I've listened to track 7 because the CD is in the car. I'll listen to it some more. But Inferna Profundus Records got on my radar because they are the European vinyl hub, I should say, for... I'm blanking on the label. The Chilean label that I talked about 1,000 times. Oh dear. It is nowhere on here, which is very strange because they are doing all their records, but yeah, I'm blanking on it. You know what I mean, the tape label that has all the Montiel stuff and all the... that is so weird. It is nowhere on here. Yeah, that does Montiel, Vampiric Rites, All Castles, Winterstorm, all that shit. Vanagander. So yeah, they have a bunch of their records up for sale and coming up. Rungard, Mantiel, Perfisatium, Lord Valthriftak. It's insane that I'm blanking on the label, but yeah. You know, sometimes that happens. So yeah, a lot of promo. This is the Graveland Commander Agares stuff. So yeah, cool that they threw in a CD and then, you know, showed this. It's bugging me to death that I don't know the label. Can I find it? Mahavantara, without looking. There we go. Mahavantara. Yeah, they do the vinyl releases. I should have added some of them, but you know, money. Money, money, money. We'll cut here. I'm going to get another beer and then we'll get into the 1 to 5 final records. 1 is a batch, 2 are just loose records, and we'll have a nice rounded video for this week. So I'll see you in part 4. Hey, part 4. I've noticed that the mic is not trying to kill me. Yeah, last week, I don't know what was happening, but that was one of the things that threw me off the entire time. It is now fixed. I think it was overcharged maybe through the camera, but I don't think you care too much. We are now listening to the March mixtape, or mixtape of Mars 2022 from Go to Warwick's. That's playing in the back. Vanta, do, thank you again. Like I said, we have 5 more records, and these are records that have been in my possession for some time. The last one came in just now, but the rest, I don't know, they were in here for some time in my to review bin. But due to the fact that the Go to Warwick's dropped, the Go to Warwick's interview, they just backlogged. So let's go. This is the first one, Funeral Mist, with Dayform. Is that an M? Yes, they form, I guess. Swedish. The guy behind this thing is called, I have to look it up, Daniel Rosten, Daniel Hans Johan Rosten. A guy that is also in Triumphator and is also doing vocals for Marduk. This is his solo project. It started out as a full band. Funeral Mist, let's see, has a bunch of releases. I think they have one block pre 2010s. Is that the Nillies or how? What kind of stupid? So yeah, the first record, they have two demos. Let's see. The first two demos are called Darkness and then the Havoc demo 2 from 96. The first one was 95, so smack in the period that we are looking at right now. But they have a trilogy before 2010, which is called Devilry from 98, Salvation from 2003, and Marhanta from 2009. I think, I'm not 100% sure because it's not really clear. I'm not too versed or well versed with the discography of this band, but I think that is considered a trilogy. And then at that time they were a full band, I guess. Then after that they kind of split up and he resurrected it maybe, or it's just a continuation with the Hecatomb, which is in my collection. And then this is the Dayform from last year, 2021. And it took me a while. Like I said, I bought this together with the Archgoat. Remember when I when I showed that. This is on Norma Evangelium Diaboli. And I'm not going to compare it to Watain, although they are both Swedish bands, although they have the same, they are at the same height within the canon of black metal maybe. I think this is a bit more well respected. I know Watain gets a lot of respect out of some corners, this corner too. Still need to hear the new record, but this is more of an, in my opinion, more of an occult, spiritual, weightlifting, big guy, maybe not Hail Conjurer in sound, but just in vision. There you go. Like guy with torches. Yeah, it is just, it's hard to put my finger on it, but it's guys that are very proficient in their playing, very proficient in songwriting, and just know how to craft records. It's not just a demo that has loose tracks here and there. This is a full record. The Hecatomb had it too, but I listened to it. I didn't listen to it enough. I listened to this a bunch today also, and it starts with this church choir. The Catholic Church doesn't do a lot of good things, but choirs they can do. And it builds up from there. It has very good tracks, and I think it is a very forward-pushing, building structure within the tracks that are, you can see them translate perfectly into a live set. They are just made to whip up a crowd, if you know what I mean. Twilight of the Flesh, Apocalypticon in here, I think. Children of the Urn, Hooks of Hunger, Dayform, and Into Ashes. The two last tracks, the Dayform and Into Ashes, definitely the Into Ashes, which is the entire D side. The drumming on that alone just caps this entire record with, you know, brilliant intensity and insanity, even to that degree that I don't think it's humanly possible to drum that way, but it credits a drummer, so yeah. That should be enough praise for this record. Like I said, the Hecatomb is not really in my mind as much as this one, just because I haven't listened to it that much, but yeah. Comes with its Norma Evangelium Diaboli, so you know it comes with a nice and thick booklet. Every page, I think, has a lyric page and then a, you know, a figure or a drawing that goes with it. Cum ergo rem indicaset Arioch Danieli. That should be Latin. I only know come. Get it. But yeah, cool records. I don't know what else to say about this one. But yeah, the comparison to Watain kind of stands in the sense that, like I said, built for life, very, you know, whipping up the crowds into a frenzy of fiery black metal. It is a double record, so you know there's a lot of material on here, a lot of lengthy tracks. I'm not sure as to how long the record is, but it should be over half an hour. Does it say on here? Yeah, 54 minutes, I'm sorry. Recorded in 2001. So yeah, like I said, a very good record if you are into Swedish, well-played, well-structured, song-written black metal. This should be your thing. I don't think I am teaching anybody something new, because Funeral Mist as a band has been around for some time, but yeah, like I said, he's also in Marduk and in a bunch of other bands. It's not the original singer of Marduk, but you know, he's been there long enough. Then let's see, the next three will show as a trio since they are from the same drop, and this is the drop that Alter did, I think the one before last, I'm not sure. The first one is, there are two American records, or US, and one Norwegian. Let's start here. The Burning Apparition of the Master presents The Bellowing Echoes of Absurdity, Demo 3. This is one of the projects that came out of the Perverse Homage stable that is linked to bands. There is a lot of stuff falling out that is linked to bands like Lampier, like Sanguine Relic, you name it. What's this? Oh yeah, this is the batch that came out. Coming up next, Nacht und Gnostis from Sweden, which is Bookmarks, yeah. Vulcanas repress, yeah, a lot of Vulcanas represses. And then a Serpent Fire from Finland. I don't know if that's out, but the Nacht und Gnostis is out. There you go. Look at that, it focuses. What this is, like I said, is a label, Perverse Homage, linked to those bands. I'm not saying it's the same guy or anything, but one can imagine. I think Demo 2 was released by Go to Warx. It's kind of cool to see it pop up on Alter. This is Alter 88. And what this is a very weird record. It is not the raw material per se that you hear from bands like Sanguine Relic, like Lampier, like the entire Perverse Homage stable. It starts off, and this, if you have read my writings or my musings in Botshaven, the last one, I talked a bit about black metal adjacent music that allows so much influence into it that it's not even black metal anymore. This is still raw black metal. It has touches of that Portuguese, windy, windswept, crazy. It's like Vitala and Black Celeste mixed in together with overtones of American black metal. It has some of that Americana tinge in there that All One Gash has, for example, that undeniable US sound that creeps into records. But it also has drony parts, which are outstanding, especially the last track, I think, you know, just part 8 to, what is this, 11. And the intro is basically pure Eurodance, but then mixed up with some weird ass sounds. The logo is crazy, the title is crazy, the name is crazy, but yeah, this is a record that if you hear it the first time, it will probably not click, but you have to give it some chance because it has a lot to offer, I think. I'm not sure if there were different color schemes or color versions. This is the red one, which fits the aesthetic of the records perfect. It has the, what's that, the clip-hop? I'm not sure. With a serpent vomiting out a serpent, so yeah, there's a lot going on. But like I said, it has more than just black metal in here. The influences are all over the place. Is this up straight or not? Yes, it's like this. So it comes with a huge poster. Alter did the drop justice, and the tape is, like I said, on Perverse Homage. It comes with this insert that, if everything wasn't as confusing enough, this is the insert, so yeah. I don't know. There you go. Burning Apparition of the Master, MMXIX X. But yeah, classic US material, if you ask me. Has some stickers in here, but not worth showing. Let's see, what is the other one I'm going to talk about. This is the other one, and I'm blanking on the title. I thought I had written it down, but I am seeing now that I didn't. Wait a minute, I have it here. Where is it? Where is it? Yes. That was the music. It is called, because it's nowhere on here, it is called Eosophoros, I think, 2. It is, and it surprised me, but it is a US band, full band. As far as I can see, there are no pictures of band members on here. It is sparse with info, but it says USBM in the vein of Iswind, Helheim and Arcanum. Despite this simple description, 2 is a massive and memorable work that goes way beyond the mentioned influences and displays an ancient character of its own. LP and CD versions by Alter. It has those influences, but it is, like it says, more. It is a bit pagan in sound, but it is not as rough. It is not as harsh. It has, yeah, well-structured, good songs. It's once again a full album. I think, how long is it? It's 45 minutes. So it's one of those records that is, yeah, a US record that looks back to the not obvious Scandinavian mid-90s influences, but that does its own thing with it. And once again, in this entire drop of Alter, the Alter trilogy, this is the one I heard the least, but it's definitely not the least in quality. Yeah, I have been talking too much, I can feel it, so I'm not going to talk too much about this one because there's simply not enough for me to say. But this is a very good 1, 2, 3 drop by Alter, and I really appreciate all the work that went into it. Has all the lyrics, some stuff is scratched out, so everybody makes mistakes, and this is a black vinyl version. This is Alter 86. There you go. There we go. And then there is one more. I'll put this in back later because let's put it on. Why not? Drink. Cheers. Cheers to Alter. What a label. Then the last one I have is the Vorgvang with Skammens Stein, a Norwegian one-man project that came out of nowhere. I am 100% sure that this guy is in other bands within the Norwegian scene, maybe the Nordrosian scene. I don't know. I just don't know. I have my, like with the abortifacients, I kind of have my suspicions. This one, I just don't know. The guy is called Gatschriek, something like that. That won't focus, but yeah, there's a lot of same letters, G-G-A-T-Z, and then Shri with 2 I's, G-K. And he is Norwegian. This is my favorite out of the bunch. Raw, cold Norwegian black metal, deeply rooted in Scandinavian 90s sound, true underground project, absolutely recommended to those into old Gorgoroth and Darkthrone. Yes, but I'm glad they finally maybe invite Gorgoroth to the party, because it's always Darkthrone. I spoke about Darkthrone maybe in this, yeah, when I talked about the Plague. It always gets mentioned. It gets mentioned because it is that important. You don't see a lot of people hating on Darkthrone, but you know, everybody hates something. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on here, a lot of logos, a lot of weird secret stuff. This Aske Strikt, I think, of Aske Strekkeld, I'm not sure. This came out on tape first. This is a demo, like I said, and then now the vinyl version is out. Very well played, very well, once again, if, like the Funeral Mist, like the Epoferos, or what's it called, very well structured. This is not a demo, this is, yeah, this is so well played that is it's stupid to call it a demo almost. There's a lot of Norwegian stuff on here, but I think this together with the, where is it, the Kaldeskart label, there is a, you had second wave Norwegian, you had the continuation throughout the 90s with stuff like Iljarn, gets picked up way later by the Nidrosian scene with Terra durch Possession, but I think there is a new wave of Norwegian labels, bands coming up, and this is definitely one to keep an eye on. A lot of candles, a lot of black and white, so it is, yeah. It does its parts, but yeah, very, very good looking records. Like I said, Alter doesn't always put in a lot of extra stuff, but when they do, it's really great. Record kind of reminds me, you know, the piggy snout kind of reminds me of something Perverse Homage did. I'm not sure if it's the Burning Apparition of the Master, but I have seen such a snout once more. Norsk Hedensk Svart Metal. Love that. Gotta love that. So yeah, a new breed of Norwegian bands maybe that is coming up. I am not sure if it's a movement, but or if we can call it a movement, but what I heard from the Kaldeskart, which is a Nistang Keinesite label, they have 3 releases by now. Blutumhang, Crucifixion Bell, and Oskunus, and then the Oskunus, I think that's how you pronounce it, demo. So yeah, 3 records out of that stable, then this, and there will probably be a ton more I never heard of, and maybe never will, but yeah. This is a very good records if it gets back in, and I'll play this one for sure again tonight. Listen to it 2 times digitally. Sound-wise, you know, I've talked about it. It's okay. It's okay. I've talked about the Norwegian scene. I am going to talk once more about the Norwegian scene, not the music or not the country, but the label. Terratur did a drop. They did 2 records. One, I'm not sure what it's called, but one, and this is not a Norwegian thing. This is a Finnish band, and it's new to me. So Theriomorph, I think, with Diabolical Blood Swords. I saw it pop up. This is the cover. The cover intrigued me because it has this old school Terratur, you know, Wardem Rife, which is another band that's, you know, within the Nidrosian scene that is killing it. This is from a new project with new tracks from the Korniger, or Korn N-word, if you know what I mean. That's a joke. Black metal project of Finnish musician. They had Funeral Harvest, the LP or the EP on Terra durch Possessions. Now they have another full length, or a fully fleshed full length under the name of Theriomorph, and I really want to urge you to check that out because it's still available. Smoke and black versions. It's on Van Records. Van is on hiatus until the 20th, so you have time to check it out and then grab it if you want it. But I think it could be one of the top records of the year. I've listened to it a few times, and you know, it is worth checking out at least. I'm not saying buy it, but check it out. So Terratur still on top. And then, since we are in Norway, since we are rounding or winding down, this came in today, and I didn't think I was going to get this one because this came out on Peaceful. I'm not ordering from Peaceful anymore just because of the import costs. But it showed up on Iron Bonehead, and this is a classic within the canon of Norwegian black metal. This is pure fucking Armageddon. I have a bootleg version somewhere, I think, on a split with Morbid maybe. But like I said, this is the pure fucking Armageddon demo, limited edition. The Cults, 1986. I was 4 years old. Demo from the Norwegian black metal legends, cut from New Audio Master. This is released, I think this was limited to, you know, a cliche number of 666. But yeah, I couldn't pass up on this because I never got the, you know, the tape with this thing on, and it's a very weird Christ figure with the afro. Always intrigued me. I think it's a sculpture, but I'm not sure. I should look it up. But yeah, I should look up so many things. The true mayhem, it says on top there, classic bench hanging pictures, Necro Butcher and Euronymous. Mannheim, I think, took the picture. Side fuck, studio quality, voices of a tortured skull, sorry, intro, Carnage, Ghoul, Black Metal, the Total Dead version, which is a cover, and then pure fucking Armageddon, and then we have side off, fuck off, you know, clever guys, Unmixed, Mayhem, Ghoul, pure fucking Armageddon, and Carnage. Special thanks to Finn Hakon Rotland, also thanks to Christian Moon and Svein Strummen, remastered at Soul Slotted Studio on Peaceful. This is a re-release of the original Pure Fucking Armageddon demo from '86. It is an official release, but please do not confuse it with the limited edition. I have no idea what that means, but yeah. Maybe the first batch was limited to 666. I think so, because that was a clear version, maybe? I don't know. I really don't care. But yeah, classic material, like I said. Everything leading up to Death Crush, if I'm not mistaken. There maybe is some overlap, but I'm not 100% sure. There you go. Really classic pictures, because this was even before Hellhammer. Like I said, this was before Corpse Paint. This was before Death. This was with Mannheim. I'm not even sure what he plays there, as you can see. Necro Butcher, Nuclear War, and Euronymous 6-string Torture, I think. Or Torment, yeah, 6-string Torment. There's some funny stuff on here, but a large bottle of 96% shitfuck 2, and then an entire tanks list, and then non-alcoholic beer 2, and that's their hate list. Okay, and other shit mags, Hard Metal, Radio 1. And they, on their shit list is Norway. Can anyone lend us a big bomb, it says here, but we crush what we don't like. It's funny because they got money from Norway to, you know, to do, I guess, mayhem, but yeah, we all know that story. It is talked to death, and is probably the last mayhem record I will ever buy and ever need, but yeah, there it is. Like I said, it's not the limited edition, but yeah, good enough for a daddy Filth. That's it, another one in the books. This is not 62, because that was last time, although I was convinced it was 61, but yeah, this is 163. I have no idea what I'm going to call this one. But that's it, I've rambled enough. This is probably well over an hour again, so to all of you Filth heads, have a good evening, and I'll see you again very soon. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up, I hope. It could all go to shit, we'll see. You never know, that's life. Yeah, I'm going to listen to some more Norwegian stuff, and I'll see you very soon. Have a good night. Peace.